How's it going, man? Welcome to today's Authentic Talk Note. We were talking this week in groups, and something that came up was parenting. A lot of us deal with this, and we just thought we'd go ahead and throw one out there for us today. One of the guys was saying, I want to parent through grace, not guilt. And to kind of give that some more context was that this guy was raised in a family that it was all fear-based driven and performance-based, and the only way you were good, and you never really were good enough, but the only way you were kind of good is if you would adhere to the fear. So just don't do these things because I said so. And he was saying that just really didn't work for him. It caused a lot of damage that he's had to work through. It's really messed with how he feels about himself, and really how to get love from others is kind of conditional. So a couple more thoughts on this would be that guilt is based on performance, as I said, and grace is based on acceptance. So true love would be based on acceptance here and not performance. Guilt is a short-term result, so we can drive the result we want by guilting our kids into doing a set task, and we'll probably get the result short term. However, that creates long-term damage, as he was relating to. However, grace, it can, if delivered properly and with true love, can get that result short term, and it doesn't do the damage, and it's sustainable long term, and obviously doesn't do the damage. It's going to facilitate an open conversation between the parent and the child rather than a top-down approach. And so this was something we were kind of digging at because it's kind of counter of what we were maybe experiencing in our upbringing. So finally here, guilt is a me feeling. This is me being bad and I'm alone in this. And grace is a we feeling. So we are going to go through this together, and we're going to learn how to kind of operate in that together. So the call to authenticity today is choose grace in your disappointments all day today. As we talk about, you can't give something you don't already have, so it'll be hard to not treat your kids with guilt and fear if you're not doing it personally. So our challenge is going to be to you personally first. Today when you're disappointed in yourself, you feel like you've missed the mark, or you're just not doing it quite good enough, go ahead and follow that up with grace and know that you're a good man, and it doesn't have to be qualified by anything. So we're going to tie that to the circle of relationships. We're going to call that the 3 and 5 circle. So the disappointments in work, okay, yeah, you don't have to be perfect at everything. Give yourself some grace. The number 3 circle, giving those close relationships grace. And then also the number 1 circle, giving the self grace. And we're going to call that a social and a spiritual health component of the SPIES. So if you want to dig at that a little bit deeper, go ahead and click below. If not, we'll see you tomorrow.